Right?
Yeah.
Darvin, they shot the ball really well all night. You were still able to make that push to get to within 2 in the fourth. What did you see just competitively, without LeBron, kind of keeping the foot on the pedal?
I just think guys just playing natural basketball, not trying to force anything, taking advantage of certain cross matches, mismatches, really being organized, communicating, seeing what we want to get out of every offensive possession. And then defensively, us having stretches where, phenomenal plays made. Sometimes, in the first half, a couple instances, we had a few breakdowns, but as the game got longer, our defense got stronger. And then, they had 4 first ballot Hall of Famers, and, Norman Powell's a hell of a rotation player, been so for a long, long time. It's Terrence, man, they have a hell of a team. Coffee, those guys, they really support one another. Russ, obviously being one of those first ballot Hall of Famers, his impact from the three-point line as well. They got guys that's going to make you pay if you make a mistake, and you damn near have to play perfect basketball to beat these guys. They're in a really good rhythm. But that said, I think the lesson tonight was just how we competed together. Again, guys taking accountability for mistakes and not making them twice, trying to get better defensively as the game was ticking away. Disappointing the loss, but I'm proud of how our guys competed, minus LeBron.
With them shooting around 59%, how much did you feel like was mistakes versus just them executing against what you were looking for defensively?
I mean, we had a couple breakdowns, but for the most part, they made some tough shots. Austin Reeves had a couple possessions where you can't play any better defense on James and Kawhi. D'Lo had a huge block, in defensive transition. Our guys competed. They competed their butts off. But again, whatever mistake, if you close out the wrong way, or if you're not doubling, in a timely fashion, they're going to make you pay. That's just who they are, how they're built. But again, we didn't get discouraged. We got disappointed a couple times. We did get discouraged. Man, we fought through, had a next play mentality.
Offensive rebounding and second chance points haven't been a strength for you guys this season, but you had 13 offensive rebounds for 18 second chance points tonight. How do you feel like that can be a bigger factor for you guys going forward after seeing how it went tonight?
Absolutely. It's something we identified, we talked about, we've been talking about, but we really made it an emphasis this morning to shoot around. We have 5-6 guys who really can get us some money on the offensive glass in terms of, getting extra possessions for us. And, certain guys that their job is going to be just to support whoever's crashing. They have to sprint back and start our transition defense early. So, yeah, it's something we definitely identified, and it went well tonight.
Following up on that, has been the hesitancy to lean more on it early in the season been because of the transition defense, not want to give too much in that regard?
Say that one more time.
The hesitancy to lean more into offensive rebounding. Yeah. Has it been because you don't want to give up too much in terms of transition defense and not commit too many bodies, too many guys?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Where I come from, offensive rebounding was a luxury that you allowed maybe 1 or 2 guys to enjoy. Our emphasis in previous places, previous stops I've been, Atlanta, Milwaukee, we always emphasize transition D. As fast as the league is playing now, you feel kind of naked if you don't get someone back in the paint early and someone backtracking the ball. So, but with our size, our length, our athleticism, we feel like maybe, we can strike gold and do both. And so we've identified certain guys who their job shot goes up. You just getting back to start the process of setting up our defense. And certain guys are going to have the freedom to go crash and try to get us some extra possessions, all simultaneously.
Darvin, last night, Joel Embiid scores 70 points. Cat has 60 plus. Tonight, New Orleans scores 155. You just played a team that has James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook sometimes all on the court together. In a very offensive-minded league right now, can you guys still compete as a defensive first team? And just how difficult is it to slow these offenses and what people are putting out there?
I think, it's becoming increasingly difficult in the regular season. to try to keep things under control because there's so many variables, so many different circumstances you're dealing with, guys in and out of the lineup, these stretches of games, travel schedules, a lot goes into that. People just deliberately trying to play faster. And I think, once you secure your spot in the postseason, the game slows down tremendously. I've been around coaches that tried to break the normal rule of pace in terms of seeing if they can remain, to play fast as you get deeper into the postseason and deep into the postseason. And it remains to be seen. You're going to have a game or two here or there where there is a high-paced game for the most part. With the time you have in between games to prep, during the playoffs and all of that, it slows down tremendously. So it's a lot of smash-mouth basketball and playoff basketball. Guys are rested. Guys don't have to travel as much, and, your rotation a whole lot tighter. But that said, it's I think defense will always have a place. You just have to learn how to play it in terms of being smart, not, certain aggressive plays that are made that are whistle for fouls. I don't want to say they officiate the playoffs any different than the regular season, but we all know they do. And so, it's a closer look. It's more experienced officials in terms of manning the whistles and really looking at closely what's a foul and what's not. And so, I think the defense, you just have to practice great habits through the course of a regular season, make your adjustments, but definitely try to trend in the right direction to get stronger as the season, playoffs, whatever, gets longer.
If you guys are a team that's built more so for the playoffs because you're more slow paced, more defensive minded and stuff like that, how do you guys survive an incredibly tight West, an incredibly tough West on the road there?
I mean, we just go, be fundamentally sound. And we're getting there. Like I told them just now, there's some great things that we did during the course of this game. Obviously, not having LeBron, that impacts the game, with, just a little bit, But that said, I think the way guys are trending, how comfortable they're getting into a rhythm with one another, we're getting healthy bodies back. So when he comes back into the fold, we'll have a stretch of games here where, we'll really turn up the heat on trying to get into a rhythm, a real consistent rhythm, but it's based on health, it's based on efficiency, it's based on us constantly looking for ways through film, our walkthroughs, our shoot-arounds, practices, what have you, to learn how we can just keep it simple and consistent and know what we're doing on both sides of the ball at all times.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.